someone did encrypt data, we can go ahead and destroy that computer and bring that data back. You may lose some work, but it wouldn't allow our network to spread and to be hacked across it.
And here's how it affects Angelenos.
If you call an ambulance, they take your vital information and your personal health information and they give it over to the hospital so that you can be taken care of as fast as possible. That's sensitive personal data that the government has. When you pay your water bills, when you get permits, these are all interactions that you're having with your government in one way, shape, or form. That's why it's extremely important for government to have good cybersecurity so that your personal information that is yours is protected. And cybersecurity is really a conversation of ensuring that only the people who should have your information, nobody else.
A hard lesson learned for Atlanta, but hopefully one that LA and its residents never have to experience. I'm Rasha Goel for LA This Week.
Some very handy tips from Ted Ross. Many popular sites like Google now offer two-step verification to help further protect your data. UCLA's Hammer Museum currently has an exhibit near and dear to the hearts of SoCal artists. From divisive politics to polluted water, Gil Reyes has more from Made in LA.
Made with hanging fish nets, artist Carolina Caicedo's installation dives right into the problem of plastics polluting our waters, protecting fish and wildlife, among the issues tackled at the Made in LA exhibit at the Hammer Museum. Only LA area artists are invited.
Artists are always responding to what's happening in the world. So many of the artists in the show were responding to, the current state of affairs in the United States, and politics. And
religion, oftentimes with Southern California's sun as the backdrop. Take this giant broken-off sunglass lens by artist MPA. The rest of it can be found in another part of the museum.
So they aren't whole, they're fractured, they're fragmented, and it's really meant to be somewhat of a commentary on kind of the state of affairs in the United States right now.
In response, there's this installation, a wall, not like the one in Mexico, but something more similar to a children's playhouse, with small holes to talk through any differences between Republicans and Democrats, pro-lifers and pro-choicers, Lakers fans and Clippers fans too.
We can laugh about it, and this would be a good place to do it.
Yeah, definitely. And I think, the colors that she chose are very intentional, right? They're very playful.
33 exhibits are on display. Be sure to vote for your favorite while here. The Made in LA exhibit is free.
Now, as visually interesting as these art pieces are, there's absolutely nothing like being here in person to experience them. The exhibit runs through September 2nd at the Hammer Museum. I'm Gil Reyes for LA This Week.
The Made in LA exhibit comes around just once every 2 years. Be sure to catch it before it's gone in early September. You can keep up with all the Hammer's events at hammer.ucla.edu. Thinking about heading to the theater this weekend? If you have a mind for the macabre, there's an offering just for you at the historic Pico House.
So if you step over here...
It's showtime! And here at the supposedly haunted Pico House, a different type of immersive play is about to take shape.
From the moment you walk into this space, you're given a cloak. You are part of the performance, so you're almost getting more bang for your buck.
Tonight's presentation, The Assassination of Edgar Allan Poe.
It's a little bit spooky. It deals in the life and times of the author Edgar Allan Poe, and it's set here in the Pico House, which was built about 20 years after he died.
Since this is completely immersive theater, be prepared to follow the characters, the story, and the plot throughout the entire building.
Having the audience walk around instead of just on a set stage makes everything so much more live and real, and that's always the goal of live theater.
Moves up and down, so the levels are amazing to play in. I'm fortunate to work with a great group of actors and a great group of directors.
One of the coolest aspects is that there are multiple versions of the play, and every night is a new experience.
So the audience gets to choose, do I follow this person, do I follow that person? But they won't see all of the scenes in the play when they come see it. They'll need to come another time.
So make sure you check out as many versions of the play as you can. It runs now through August 26th. After that, nevermore. Okay, sorry, I couldn't help myself. I'm Seth Hancock for LA This Week.
The Downtown Repertory Theater presents the play for free, but encourages audience donations. For showtimes, visit downtownrep.com. This week, we joined Councilmember Joe Buscaino for the opening of 2 new supportive housing units in the South Bay. These units are part of LA's mission to provide housing options for the formerly homeless. Seth Hancock reports.
Homelessness is a rising issue across America, but Los Angeles is creating permanent solutions by building supportive housing.
The project that you see before you is a template for other projects to follow in the city of Los Angeles. Each council member has committed to 222 supportive housing units throughout the city of Los Angeles. For me, this is 160 of those 222 units, but I feel that we need to do a lot more in the city of Los Angeles to address the housing issue. This housing project is another reminder that we need housing at all income levels, from market rate to affordable to formerly homeless individuals. And this is what makes the city of Los Angeles going to thrive and address the homelessness issue as well.
To new tenants Carla and Lawrence McHugh, this supportive housing could not have come at a better time.
The supportive housing is very helpful. I wish I would have had it while I was working, because then, it would have been much easier for us. I could still be working, but to be homeless and work and have my husband's health problems, it was a little bit too much for me, and it was unfair to him. We can live like normal human beings again.
And isn't it remarkable how a new home can provide a fresh outlook on life?
I am so happy. I'm in tears. This is a blessing. I am so grateful for this opportunity. I'm going to make the best of it. I can't even use it in words. So happy. I had a home. Now I have a home again.
We love you, we bless you, and just know you're not alone. You will have services here on site every single day, so you do not go back out there and live in the sidewalks and in your cars. God bless you. We thank you. We thank Meta Housing, your case managers who are here. Thank you for not giving it up.
As Councilmember Buscaino mentioned, each district has committed to 222 housing units of this type. Did you make it to a local block party with LAPD officers this week? Tuesday marked the 35th annual National Night Out, where community members and law enforcement came together to make our neighborhoods safer. Anna Marcos has more from Silver Lake.
It was a fitting song for a night in which residents were busy taking back their streets. The 35th annual National Night Out kicked off in neighborhoods all over the country, and Silver Lake was no different.
You know that there are 38 million people in 16,000 communities who tonight are saying, whose streets? Our streets. And these are our streets in our community.
The night is meant to make neighborhoods safer and to foster better relations with police. Officers come face to face with residents and kids in a positive block party atmosphere.
National Night Out, this is when America takes a moment to enjoy America.
We go every year. We love it. The kids have a great time, and they get to meet the police and the firemen.
My whole street, we just are really active in the community, and I love living in Silver Lake, and I love this event.
A who's who list of the city's top brass was on hand to spend time with community members as residents recover from a recent shooting tragedy at the local Trader Joe's, in which a store manager was killed by a shooter.
It really has helped define who we are as a community in Silver Lake. We care about one another.
To see them out here shaking hands makes me feel as if they care about the people that are here.
And it gives officers, again, an opportunity to get out of their cars, break bread oftentimes, and it can be just, a little local barbecue.
Local barbecue or guacamole fest or cookie fest. It was a good time for all, what with petting zoos and magic tricks and, oh my, even a little chicken hypnosis. Just another national night out with residents putting a dent in crime by having a whole lot of fun. I'm Anna Marcos for LA This Week.
This year's National Night Out had an estimated 38 million attendees in over 16,000 communities across the country. Spend all day trying multitudes of ice cream? Yes, please. Project Runway has nothing on these fashion icons, and you might as well be walking on the sun as you relive the 90s with iconic band Smash Mouth. All this in this week's Things to Do. Looking for a sweet way to beat this summer heat? Head on down to Ice Cream Alley, a recurring event inside Smorgasburg, LA. Ice Cream Alley features the best of LA ice cream, from the traditional to wild new interpretations you're guaranteed to love. Admission is free. Ice Cream Alley takes place every Sunday through September 2nd at the Alameda Produce Market in downtown LA. From the stunning classic Vogue magazine covers through the era of Instagram, you don't want to miss this amazing Icons of Style fashion photography exhibition at the Getty Center. Spanning a full century of photographs and material, the exhibition shows how the magazine cover as an art form has truly become a cultural force. The exhibition runs through October 21st at the Getty Center, 1200 Getty Center Drive in Los Angeles. Admission is free. It's a cool place, and they say it gets colder. Dance back into the 90s with Smash Mouth. The iconic MTV era band is playing a free show as part of the Pershing Square Summer Concert Series. With hits like Walking on the Sun and All Star, Smash Mouth is forever ingrained as part of fun 90s culture. Opening the show are the Spin Doctors. So head on down to Pershing Square Saturday, August 18th for this really fun, free event. And that's a look at some things to do.
Let's get to wobbling.
Wobbling? Yep, these so-called wobble pieces are the stuff of kids' play fantasies. At least that's what city leaders are counting on as they install the new adaptable play space at the Watts Alma Reeves Woods Branch Library. And the kids seem to be warming up to the wobble trend.
You never stop needing to play, to find a new friend, to get healthy, to just have some fun. It's part of what it means to be a human being.
Even Mayor Eric Garcetti tries on a wobble for size, and it seems a good fit. The playtime outside the library can definitely spark kids' imaginations, and city leaders hope so will the books and reading inside the library.
When all of you come to the library to wobble, and I know you will be wobbling this summer, be sure to explore and discover all of the amazing things there are to do at the Los Angeles Public Library. We are about access, we are about opportunity, empowerment, innovation, and lifelong learning.
To have a place to play here at the library, not only can y'all do your homework here now, but y'all can take a break in between homework, have a little playtime, do your homework, invite friends, and all that good stuff.
Many here believe healthy kids with lots of opportunities help create a healthy community with its own opportunities.
I think it's nice. It's about time they're starting to bring some stuff to the hood. Bring stuff to the minorities. Bring stuff to the community. Put back into our community.
We're committed. We love this area. I grew up here, still here. And want to say to you, just know that we're here to make Watts the best that it can be. Have fun and let's play.
And play these kids do.
I like swimming, basketball, football, bubbles.
Yep, there's bubbles to be had too. Some of the kids actually do make it into the library. One of them ends up getting a library card with the help of Mayor Garcetti, who, it turns out, is pretty good at story time.
They pulled the enormous turnip right out of the ground. I know you guys have been wanting to see the turnip. It came out.
It seems new worlds are already opening up for some of the kids, whether it's through books, through bubbles, or just good old playtime. I'm Anna Marcos for LA This Week.
Finally, we'll close out this week's show with a look at how the LA Dodgers Foundation is helping to build 50 dream fields for LA's young sluggers. Anna Marcos reports.
It's a true field of dreams for kids to play ball, and not just little kids, big kids too. Mayor Eric Garcetti threw the first pitch himself. This newly spruced up Little League baseball field has opened in Bishop Canyon, a joint effort by the city and the LA Dodgers Foundation to build 50 so-called dream fields for children to play in. Javier Pavon came all the way from the valley with his mother to see it.
This field? Yeah. Oh, this field, I think it's pretty big compared to other fields. Hopefully I get a chance to play here. I really wish I do.
1, 2, 3. Yay!
The Northeast LA Little League, fresh off their successful spring baseball season, now has this new field to celebrate as well.
We got inspired by the Dodger Stadium down below, so we actually did the whole site. So it got new irrigation, new turf, new soil, fencing. We put some dugouts, some pitching mounds, some batting cages.
Bishop Canyon is a very special project. We like to say that all of our Dodgers dream fields have a very special place, but to be in the backyard of Dodger Stadium.
One coach says the field is a win for the entire community.
They can see how nice the field is, they can see, how clean it is, and they can see the coaching, the kids, the parenting, how, the baseball brings the community together.
It's hard to imagine it now, looking out at the new fencing and the trees and the T-ball field, but take it from me, this field needed some real work. So we rolled up our sleeves and we got busy. We wanted to make sure that all of you had a safe place to swing a bat.
And swing a bat they do. These boys and girls are also apparently pros at throwing, catching, sliding into home runs, and stealing bases.
Did anyone steal a base this season? Nice!
This field of dreams is now open for business. All that's left to do is play ball. I'm Anna Marcos for LA This Week.
That's going to do it for this edition. I'm Umayma Rashida. From all of us here at LA This Week, thanks for joining us. A reminder that you can catch us online at lacityview.org. You can also check out our newest social media feature, LA This Minute, on YouTube. We'll see you back here next week for more of LA This Week.
What if a disaster strikes without warning? What if life as you know it has completely turned on its head? What if everything familiar becomes anything but? Before a disaster turns your family's world upside down, it's up to you to be ready. Get a kit, make a plan, be informed today.
Ever notice how we no longer focus our attention on one thing at a time? We don't just walk or even just drive. We focus on so many different objects we don't notice the dangers ahead of us. We're a distracted society. We're blind to the importance of being safe, to the things that really matter. Blind to the things that could actually save our life. We're blind to everything surrounding us. Be aware, move with care, watch the road.
Hi, I'm Cindy and I'm in Little Tokyo, and you're watching Channel 35, Your City, Your Channel.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Today is Wednesday, August 15th. Want to welcome you to City Hall and to this Los Angeles City Council. Mr. Clerk, we do have a quorum. Would you call the roll?
Blumenfield, Bona, Buscaino, Cedillo, Engler, Harris, Dawson, Weezer, Perez, Krikorian, Martinez, O'Farrell, Price, Rodriguez, Rue, Wesson, 11 members present, and a quorum, Mr. President.
Thank you. First order of business.
Approval of the minutes.
O'Farrell moves, Rodriguez seconds. Next.
Commendatory resolutions for approval.
Buscaino moves, Correct seconds. Next.
Mr. President, there is a request to continue item 27 to August 29th.
Okay, so ordered without objection.
Items 1 through 26 are items for which public hearings have been held. A committee report for item 7 has been posted and circulated for council's consideration.
Okay, do you have cards on this item, on these items? Or do
Mr.
we-
President, we have cards on all items. However, that is in the public hearing has been held section.
All right, so let us prepare to vote on the items. Let's open the roll, close the roll, tabulate the vote.
11 ayes.
And Mr.
Continue.
President, that ordinance will go over 1 week for a second read unless reconsidered later today with 12 members.
Okay, as soon as we get 12, please remind me.
Very good, sir. And lastly, there's been a request to call or send item 7 forthwith, sir.
So ordered. Continue.
Items 28 through 30 are items for which public hearings have not been held. 10 votes are required for consideration.
Okay, so without objection, those items are now before this body. Do you have cards?
Yes, sir. Cards on all 3.
Then let's hold those items and continue.
Mr. President, that brings us to items 31 through 34. There are items scheduled for closed session. Would you like to hold them on the desk?
I think I'm going to defer to the city attorney. I know we want to hold one. We
Yes,
should
Mr.
be able to move with the others.
I agreed. I believe that we can take items 31 through 33 on consent unless a member wants to go into closed. Item 34 is a report that should be conducted in closed session.
Okay, Mr. Clerk, you want to read the items?
Yes, sir. For item 31, in the case entitled Stephen Meche versus City of Los Angeles, there is a recommendation to reject the plaintiff's offer of settlement. For item 32, in the case entitled Paula Crutchfield versus City of Los Angeles, there is a recommendation to expend $125,000 in settlement. And for item 33, in the case entitled City of Los Angeles versus Jacob Cohan et al., there is a recommendation to reject the defendant's offer of settlement and to concur with the the Los Angeles Claims Board's action of August 6, 2018.
Okay, let's prepare to vote on those items. Let's open the roll, close the roll, tabulate the vote.
11 ayes.
Continue.
Mr. President, that takes council back to items called special or general public comment for items not on council's agenda.
Thank you. Okay, Mr. Herman, why don't you come on up? And Miss McAllister, we'll get you next. Mr. Herman, 28, 29, 30, 34.
Good morning, Angelinos. Have we not learned from Fair Housing Act on the American Disability Act? Did we not learn when Independent Living sued the city of Los Angeles for actions of poor development in construction and engineering, a violation of the American Disability Act? Are we going to hold back from such concerns that are important for the elderly and more so the disabled like myself, who comes here every day in protest on behalf of public's interest? When will you come and show your support, Angelinos, and defend the American people who are out of housing and need more housing and more rehabilitation for negotiation regarding voluntary compliance by this city of Los Angeles in agreement to Title II and Title III reasonable accommodations. And then, just like in item 30, Mr. Wesson, relative amending validation for parking. Well, parking should be open to everyone and anyone, not restricted like Jose Huizar did there on Fiesta Broadway and curb painted all the red curbs, the dumb nigger. And then you go and question parking expenses. Well, I'm disabled and I have a placard. I can't park in an area that I have to pay because I'm under SSI, under SSDI for your fucking information. You all get it, Justin? I pay for my fucking shit, nigga. Then, in item number 28, Mr. Busquiano, as you and Mr. Bonin with no tie there speak about the hearing in the room of police administration, as you see Mr. T-Fank sitting to my far left, is asking that we dedicate John Mack Police Commission hearing room to Mr. Wayne Spindler to accommodate an absent seat for Cynthia Hill, as I make that approval under the name of LLC Englander and Kanabi. Fuck you. Then to resolve motion under Peppa Pig, funding for creation and operation of safe parking site. Well, I sleep in the city of Downey in a safe parking place. I can't find one fucking safe place in the city of Angelinos. So fuck the white nigger city attorney who's losing his hair, Mr. Slick Dick Fauble, for the record.
Give him his 1 minute.
So now that I have received confirmation that we are paying the Los Angeles Police Department new chief of police, Eminem for the record, Michael Moore, a nice vacation payment. Shouldn't we all receive that type of payment instead of being harassed, intimidated by you, Mr. Fauble, the fucked up city attorney under Mike Fuhr for the record? Violations of 42 U.S.C. 141-41, crimes against people of color, people of minority, and people living in my fucked up situation, Mr. Fauble. But you don't give a fuck. All you are is a racist, biased, prejudiced, slick motherfucker who's losing his hair, and that's why you have so much conditioner on it, it looks black, you jackass. So fuck you, and fuck your rules, and on behalf of the American people, Trump, Trump.
All right, let's get Miss McAllister. Miss McAllister, I saw you in the back. So what, I just have item 29 for you?
Well, I asked
And
for
general-
more, but they said they covered those, so
Oh, okay, so
that's
you-
all I can do is 29.
Okay, let her get a minute, and then you'll get your general public. So go ahead.
Okay,
Good to see
Mr.
you.
Koretz, item number 29, he wants funding for creation and operation of a safe parking site at 1739 South La Cienega, and for $10,000. I think he should get more. We need this. Now, this safe parking new deal that we have here, it will supply restrooms and security for people who live in their cars so they can park there. That's why they call it safe parking. We need more of that. I did look through all of the addresses where the HHH housing is supposed to be built, and I didn't see any in Mr. Koretz's 5th district. So I would prefer if he built some affordable housing, but we'll go with the safe parking right now. We need that in every district, the safe parking. And Mr. President, if you could kind of see that through, because I don't think we have a mayor. He's never here. I don't know what this man is doing, but he's letting everything go down the drain in this city while he's playing the piano at the concerts. I saw him at a concert playing the piano.
Okay, now we're going to let you do your general public comment.
Now, as you know, I'm very budget conscious because I believe in budgets. Having
Yes,
run a
ma'am.
business for 12 years, I know what budgets are about. Now, I found some more attorneys who are not part of the Bar Association, and these are big paid people. Sonia Dawson, $190,000. She's not with the Bar Association. We've got a Chaoyen Wang, Chaoyen Wang, paying him $185,000. These are ghost employees now. They don't exist. We're going to find out where the check is going later. Jean-Claude Bertet, B-E-R-T-E-T, paying him $190,000. He is not with the Bar Association. Katrina, A-R-C-H-A-S-E-T-A Silva, $186,000. ZNA Houston, paying her $259,000. She don't exist. She's not with the bar. Karen IDE, the last name is IDE, $185,000. Mia, M-E-I James, $106,000. And then you've got one here, you said that he's been working for the city since 86. He wasn't with the bar until 96.
Thank you. Okay, thank you, Ms. McAllister. Let's bring up Mr. Previn. Mr. Previn, you'll get your 28, 29, 30, 34, and then your general public comment. Go ahead, sir.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. It's Eric Previn from Studio City. I live in the 2nd District. When you say 34, it's going to be difficult to comment on the big FIHA lawsuit because you haven't gone into the closed session yet. So I'm going to hold off on that until afterwards, if I may. Now, good work on rejecting all these offers, assume, but we'd like to know what those offers are. For item number 29, which is the safe parking grant of $10,000 that is going over on South Lassie, I tried to look. There's a Starbucks in that area. This is a good idea. The $10,000 is a very low, disrespectful, very low kind of fee for, because how much time is that going to actually cover? Unclear. But one thing that I would ask, sir, and you have a big role as council president working with the mayor, if you could connect with the county and Phil Ansell of the CEO's office and try to come up with a kind of a coordinated system, because what the county's doing is picking up a few Lava May over here and there. I know Weezar appropriately tossed $420,000 to give the Union Rescue Mission a night outside facility with advertising, I think. I don't know if it's one of the J.C. DeCaw, that Blumenfield's a huge fan of that group, their programs, or if it's going to be, but nonetheless, these are mobile pit stop, which is a great thing. The city is spending up to $2 million. So when we see Hilda Solis throw $200,000 at it, we're wondering, wait, what's going on? How can we coordinate all this so that we have a rollout where people can use restrooms and can possibly shower in appropriate spots? You can't put them everywhere. I know we don't want one in your front yard or my front yard, but near the metro station, near Universal, would be a good idea because there's a caged restroom there, which is insane. Now, item number 30, Koretz and Evanstein will tune in for this, I hope, because it's your item. This is the other Koretz item where he's going to be not comping, sir, but validating parking for people who come down to the council district. You may not know his council district office is in a Jameson property, so I can imagine the parking is not cheap over there. But nonetheless, disrespectful. There is a problem with comping parking for some people and not others. So my suggestion would be, let's do a civic engagement parking subsidy for anybody who comes to a public meeting. They don't have to pay for parking. But let's not do Cedillo calls it in like we're on a studio lot. I'm familiar with the drive-on pass concept. I believe it's a gift of public funds, and I think Wendy Gruhl, who nobody is clamoring for, made a good point in 2009, and I think we have to clean. Now, Bonin gets all the credit for putting up restrictions on the public roadway at a dizzying rate, a rate that nobody has seen in the history of Los Angeles with the oversize, and he's doing it because his neighbors are demanding it, because people are parking. I don't disagree that we need to find a place, and I think we all agree we need to find a place. Let's coordinate that and find something that works for the city and that is distributed appropriately. There's nothing in the valley. That prime, whatever it's called, what's it called? Mobile pit stop program, there's nothing in the valley. Not one spot, not one. So with that, I'll go on to my general public comment.
Let's give him his 1 minute.
Thank you, sir. David Rue is synonymous with it is never a good time to have a moratorium on reform. And by that, what I think that means is we don't want to shut down the process of improving things. And so at Budget and Finance, where Krikorian holds court, there was a little meeting to talk about the neighborhood council system, and up to 10 neighborhood councils are going to get a big chunk of change to test out the online voting. In Studio City, I don't want to mention it out loud, I know it's an embarrassment for all of us, there was a data breach last time, but we would still be interested, but here's the deal. The $215,000 they've earmarked for this program for only 10 neighborhood councils, $380,000 goes for the rest of the slobs, the other 90 neighborhood councils. What they want to do is test out the online voting. It's not appropriate, and 115 of the 200 goes to Holly Wolcott's office, who's banging the gavel saying, we got to move now, no time to study it. She had a whole year, and she shut down the opportunity for neighborhood councils to modify their bylaws in that period. So we need to open the window on reform and allow neighborhood councils to change their bylaws. Thank you,
Mr. Previn. Okay, do we have... Okay, now let's vote on items 28 through 30. 28 through 30, let's open the roll, close the roll, tabulate the vote.
12 ayes.
Okay, that concludes general public comment. Okay, let's now just go to general public. Where's that? Miss Keller? Do we have Miss Keller? General public comment? Okay, that concludes general public comment as well. In fact, I'll ask again for Miss Keller. Are you here? So, Mr. Clerk, Mr. City Attorney, that concludes multiple. That concludes general. Let's, Mr. Clerk, we have 12 members, so let's reconsider. Was that item?
Item 6, sir.
Okay, so the first vote is for reconsideration. Let's open the roll, close the roll, tabulate the vote.
12 ayes.
Now let's actually vote on the item. Let's open the roll, close the roll, tabulate the vote.
12 ayes.
Okay, members, we're going to now move into closed session. Sergeants, if you could please clear the chambers. We're moving into the closed session portion of our agenda.
Having the foresight to plan for my business,
to plan for my future, to plan for my family provides a peace of mind.
having the foresight to sign up for Alert LA County,
Gives me that peace of mind when an incident happens close to my home.
or near my park.
Alert LA County is a free automated system which sends out information about emergency events via telephone, text, and email. Events may include disasters, evacuations, and safety notices. Register at alert.lacounty.gov.
Alert LA County.
Knowing when you need it most.
Having the foresight to plan for my business,
To plan for my future.
To plan for my family provides a peace of mind.
having the foresight to sign up for Alert LA County,
Gives me that peace of mind when an incident happens close to my home.
Or near my school.
Alert LA County is a free automated system which sends out information about emergency events via telephone, text, and email. Events may include disasters, evacuations, and safety notices. Register at alert.lacounty.gov.
Alert LA County.
Knowing when you need it most.
Having the foresight to plan for my business.
To plan for my future.
To plan for my family provides a peace of mind.
Having the foresight to sign up for Alert LA County.
Gives me that peace of mind when an incident happens close to my home.
Or near my park.
Alert LA County is a free automated system which sends out information about emergency events via telephone, text, and email. Events may include disasters, evacuations, and safety notices. Register at alert.lacounty.gov.
Alert LA County.
Knowing when you need it most.
Having the foresight to plan for my business.
To plan for my future.
To plan for my family provides a peace of mind.
Having the foresight to sign up for Alert LA County.
Gives me that peace of mind when an incident happens close to my home.
Or near my school.
Alert LA County is a free automated system which sends out information about emergency events via telephone, text, and email. Events may include disasters, evacuations, and safety notices. Register at alert.lacounty.gov.
Alert LA County.
Knowing when you need it most.
Having the foresight to plan for my business.
To plan for my future.
To plan for my family provides a peace of mind.
Having the foresight to sign up for Alert LA County.
Gives me that peace of mind when an incident happens close to my home.
Or near my park.
Alert LA County is a free automated system which sends out information about emergency events via telephone, text, and email. Events may include disasters, evacuations, and safety notices. Register at alert.lacounty.gov.
Alert LA County.
Knowing when you need it most.
Having the foresight to plan for my business.
To plan for my future.
To plan for my family provides a peace of mind.
Having the foresight to sign up for Alert LA County.
Gives me that peace of mind when an incident happens close to my home.
Or near my school.
Alert LA County is a free automated system which sends out information about emergency events via telephone, text, and email. Events may include disasters, evacuations, and safety notices. Register at alert.lacounty.gov.
Alert LA County.
Knowing when you need it most.
Having the foresight to plan for my business.
To plan for my future.
To plan for my family provides a peace of mind.
Having the foresight to sign up for Alert LA County.
Gives me that peace of mind when an incident happens close to my home.
Or near my park.
Alert LA County is a free automated system which sends out information about emergency events via telephone, text, and email. Events may include disasters, evacuations, and safety notices. Register at alert.lacounty.gov.
Alert LA County.
Knowing when you need it most.
Having the foresight to plan for my business.
To plan for my future.
To plan for my family provides a peace of mind.
Having the foresight to sign up for Alert LA County.
Gives me that peace of mind when an incident happens close to my home.
Or near my school.
Alert LA County is a free automated system which sends out information about emergency events via telephone, text, and email. Events may include disasters, evacuations, and safety notices. Register at alert.lacounty.gov.
Alert LA County.
Knowing when you need it most.
That there was no reportable action from closed session.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, Mr. Clerk, where are we?
Mr. President, that brings council to motions for posting and referral.
Okay, they're posted, referred.
The desk is clear.
Any announcements? No announcements. If we could all rise. If we could all rise. If we could please, if we could all please rise in the council chambers. And Mr. Herman, we need you to be quiet. I'd like to recognize Mr. Buscaino.
Thank you, Mr. President. Tragic news, colleagues. struck yesterday in the northern part of Italy in the port city of Genoa. Genoa is home to the largest and busiest port in Italy, where 39 people died at the collapse of the Ponte Morandi bridge, which was a vital link between northwest Italy and France. We adjourn in memory of the dozens of lives lost when this bridge collapsed, a constant reminder of the importance of infrastructure and maintaining infrastructure. Our hearts go out to Mayor Marco Bucci, residents, family, and friends of those victims who died as a result of this bridge collapse, and we pray that the first responders are able to find others who are missing. So we like to call for a moment of silence as we adjourn in their memory. Today in Italy is a national day of rest called Ferragosto, but today is a day of mourning for the people of Italy. Thank you.
And let us have a moment of silence.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you, Mr. Buscaino. I'm now Mr. Koretz.
Yes, thank you, Mr. President. I'd like to adjourn in the memory of a friend who had a life well lived, Rita Norton, who died a few days ago at age 97. She was really one of the faces of West Hollywood. She was the first person that people saw in the 70s through 90s at West Hollywood Library. She was the person that they saw at the desk and was their reference librarian. She also was the founder of Friends of West Hollywood Library back 45 years ago. She couldn't serve on the board because she was a library employee. She quit at the end of the recession in the early 90s because library employees were going to be terminated, and she didn't want to take a job that could be given to somebody younger. Immediately upon her resignation from official service, she became president of the Friends of the Library, a position which she held for many, many years, and was always associated with working to improve it. She also served many other functions in West Hollywood. She was on the senior advisory committee for many years. She helped to found the city, which was largely founded by senior citizens looking to preserve a rent control that otherwise would have forced thousands of them out onto the streets. She was a good friend. She could be seen at the Silver Spoon Cafe for lunch many times and dining with her daughter Marcy, and people would engage them in conversation. And sometimes they would be there so long that accidentally they would have dinner there as well. When that place was closed down, they moved that activity to the Norms on La Cienega, and that was one of the things I most enjoyed about saving that Norms historically, was the fact that I could see them every once in a while and have a good chat. Just a wonderful person, beloved by the community, and she will be sorely missed even after a truly wonderful life at age 97.
Thank you. Mr. Krikorian.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Mr. President. I'd ask that we adjourn this meeting of the City Council in memory of our colleague in public service and in transportation, Mayor Paul Eaton of the city of Montclair, the longest-serving mayor in the history of the city. He served as the city's mayor for 23 years. Mayor Eaton was a real leader in transportation in the Inland Empire. He served, among other things, on the Metrolink board of directors and so served this city through his work on Metrolink. But as mayor, he also helped drive the construction of the city's police facility, a youth and senior center, many road and infrastructure projects. He helped secure Gold Line light rail service all the way to Montclair, and developed the North Montclair Downtown Specific Plan for a more pedestrian-oriented downtown village that really sets an example for many other cities in the Inland Empire. In 2012, he was awarded the James Thalman Memorial Public Service Award by the League of California Cities Inland Empire Division. He was a great friend and colleague on the Metrolink Board of Directors and a very diligent public service, and we will miss him and we will miss his service. He's survived by his wife of over 60 years and his 4 children, 9 grandchildren, and 14 great-grandchildren. Mayor Paul Eaton, rest in peace.
Thank you. Still looking to my right. Any more adjourning motions to my right? I'm now looking to the left side. My left side, I don't see any. Members, this meeting is adjourned.